Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my channel, The Donkey Business. I am here to talk about the overhyped movie that I spoke about on my channel a few days back. When the trailer of Thallumaala came out, I reacted to it and I totally loved it. I was eagerly waiting for the film, but I could not watch it in theaters because it was not around me, and it finally came out on Netflix. I watched it last night and I am a bit confused and I don't know what to say. So, when the movie's trailer came out, I knew that it is going to be a very entertaining film, and I mentioned that I loved the costume, the vibe, and the way it was kind of like edited and paced in the trailer. And I was really waiting for the film. All of you guys also watched that video, gave me a lot of views, a lot of comments, and all of us were eagerly waiting for the film. Now, talking about what Thallumaala means, Thallumaala actually means a chain of fights. So, if you watch the movie in that sense, where it's literally a chain of fights, the movie kind of makes sense. But I have a bit of an issue with the movie not having too much content to offer. I mean, it's a 2.5 hour film, and it's just back and forth of fights of Tovino Thomas and his gang with a lot of people. I found a bit of content which was missing in the movie, and that kind of disappointed me. I did expect a lot of action, a lot of drama, a lot of fights, a lot of things in general, but I mean, to watch that for 2.5 hours was a bit boring after a point. I have to mention that the editing and the graphics that they used were amazing, and that was one thing that kept me hooked, because something would appear and something would disappear and something would appear from there, especially the first fight sequence where they did a split screen and both of them were fighting in the split screen and someone was falling here. At that time there was movement here. That was interesting. All those aspects were very nice. The costumes were good, colors they used were good, branding was good, but I just feel that watching that only for 2.5 hours was a bit too much for me. What I have to also mention is that I highly recommend you to watch this movie with a bunch of friends, because if you're watching this movie alone, I think after a point you won't be able to give in and you might get a bit disappointed and bored after a while. But this is definitely a very wide film that you would enjoy with your friends. Also, secondly, what I want to mention is that the last act of the movie, the fight was really took me by surprise, and that is something I really enjoyed. I think that was one of my favorite acts in the film, which was the last act. The film does start in a very interesting way and you feel that there will be a lot, but even the romantic angle that they have put in the film, I don't think it had a lot of impact, because there were so many fights happening that it kind of became confusing, and in the middle I was kind of bored because I watched it alone. There are two things that I really want to mention. Firstly, I really enjoyed the BGM. I think the BGM was really fun. It was definitely a vibe. It was changing with every sequence in the movie, and I really enjoyed it. The BGM really took me off guard. And I am a fan of BGM when it comes to Malayalam film industry, and seeing this kind of a BGM which was fun and intense in an action comedy movie was just something new that I watched. Secondly, I really have to mention that the action sequences were really well choreographed. It was amazing, especially with the slow-mos and the things flying and like out of the picture things happening. I think it was really good. It was very well edited, very well put out, very well performed. All of them looked like they were actually fighting with each other, but you all obviously only know that they're acting, and hopefully nobody was injured in the film. But I think that the action sequence and the BGM really took most of my marks in the movie. All I have to say is that the movie is entertaining, the movie is nice, but if you watch the trailer, I don't think it is as high up the expectations as I did when it came to the trailer of the movie. I don't think you should watch it alone, and it is a good film but not very highly recommended. So watch it. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed with the movie but it is something new that I watched. It is definitely an experiment. It is not an experimental movie, but it is an experiment in its own way. And the romance between Kalyani, Priyadarshan and Tovino Thomas is also sweet. So watch it and let me know what you think about the movie in the comments below. Let me know what you liked and did not like about the movie, because I know this is not one of the 10 on 10 or 9 on 10 Malayalam films, but a good film. So let's discuss the movie in the comments below, and I will see you very soon.